It is really great to be back here in front of all of you, and this is one of our favorite events of the year. And, you know, to welcome all of you in, I want you to all get comfortable because, you know, after, what has it been, a year and a half, 2 years of being together, you keep a microphone away from a politician that long, you're in trouble. So for the next 6.5 hours I'm going to speak. The bar will remain open, and the lobster that Todd will be serving might be a little cold by the time we're done. But honestly, on a serious note, it feels great to kind of be back with everyone to share what is going on in our city and to tell all of you about what's happening in this great city. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. First off, Denise, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for recognizing all of our business support that we've gotten in the community and our sponsors, because without the sponsors, we cannot be having this type of event. So thank you for our sponsors. We greatly appreciate it. I do want to thank Denise Jordan, the incredible Miss Lisa Davis, the fantastic Miss Audra Durham, who, by the way, Audra, I pledge of allegiance to the... Okay. And all the other members of our Deerfield Council, and our city staff, in particular, Chris Morey, Dave Hunt, and the phenomenal Miss Rebecca Medina, who've done an amazing job here tonight. For the last few months organizing this event, they did such a good job, I asked them to change the date of it just to give them more work to do. So thank you for your hard work and your dedication and your incredible patience with me. I really appreciate it. With all the shutdowns and everything we've had, as people have talked about, and COVID certainly is going to be brought up several times tonight. But, you know, well beyond the inconveniences, the financial losses that we've occurred, there's been an incredible, irreplaceable human loss that's happened. As we begin this evening, I want to start with acknowledging the many frontline workers and our loved ones that we've lost during this pandemic. So if we all stand for a moment of silence, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also tonight, I cannot let the evening go by us without recognizing the heroes of COVID-19 pandemic, our firefighters, our police, our healthcare workers, and our teachers. All of you have done an incredible job. You stood bravely at the forefront. We would like to thank all of you. So those of you in those fields, please stand up and be recognized. Broward Health North, you guys rocked. Thank you so much. To my colleagues, that motley crew that's sitting right over there. Vice Mayor Ben Preston, Commissioners Michael Hudak, Commissioner Bernie Parnas, and Commissioner Todd Drosky. It's really been the greatest privilege for me to serve with all of you. It has been a trial by fire. It really has. And I'm very grateful for how we worked together throughout the pandemic to support the community. The fact that we can passionately debate the issues and still come together at the end of the debate as a united group committed to moving and improving the city is something that I'm very proud of. It is a testament to your professionalism, and I want to thank you so very much. Thank you, gentlemen. Of course, it's impossible to talk about our current state of our city without first touching upon the last almost 2 years now, when the COVID-19 pandemic reached our shores and forced an almost complete economic shutdown. As a municipality, we faced many of the same fears that you guys did. As the nation went into lockdown, we began to organize and react in ways we never imagined or really could be prepared for. I don't think any of us could. We called all hands on deck, but it's a lot harder to roll up your sleeves and take a hands-on approach when everybody's trying to do it through a computer monitor. Our community faced devastating challenges, and though the obstacles seem to grow bigger and darker, I am proud to say that our community, its businesses, in our city met every obstacle with grit and hard work. We refuse to be defeated by this pandemic. You know, at the beginning of the pandemic shutdown, when stay-at-home and business closure orders were handed down, our staff contacted every single restaurant owner in the city of Deerfield Beach. And that's right, we spoke with 155 restaurant owners in one day and told them they had to shut down. That was a rough, rough day. And as the pandemic evolved, new orders were given, then they were revoked, and they were given again, only to be revised a few hours later. The rules kept changing on us, but we kept in contact with those business owners we wanted to offer updates, information, and resources. The city of Deerfield Beach assisted 278 small businesses in 2020 and pandemic relief grants and support that included direct funding, helping fill out PP&P loan information, or just phone calls to see how business owners were surviving, sometimes offering nothing more than just really advice and moral support that was, quite frankly, desperately needed. Since April of 2020, city staff has distributed $1.6 million in CARES Act funding to residents affected by COVID-19 pandemic in the form of mortgage, rental, utilities, and small business assistance. We also set up COVID-19 testing sites at Oviedo McKeith and Park, and we partnered with Broward County on the Quiet Waters food distribution and vaccination site. And that helped with Feeding South Florida. We were able to donate food boxes to more than 18,000 families from May 2020 to March of 2021. Many of those boxes were handed out not only by our city employees and our elected officials, but many of you that are here tonight, so thank you for doing that incredible hard work. I have to give kudos to our building department. They never missed a beat, not a single day. Many cities shut down completely. Our staff found ways to safely keep our local economy running. Plans were still submitted, permits were still issued, and virtual inspections were conducted. We kept our city moving forward. We kept projects moving forward. Thank you, building department. I'm going to test this to make sure there's water. I'm not sure what they're up to, these guys. Oh, that's good. My brand, thank you. Our Parks and Recreation Department had to reinvent themselves. Now, providing virtual programming and smaller socially distanced events is not easy, but they did it. And they did drive-through events, things like the annual boat parade, the Ocean Way holiday, our MLK celebration, our Junior Anglers event, and our 4th of July celebration. We even partnered with Deerfield Beach High School to put together a drive-through graduation for those seniors who were robbed of this once-in-a-lifetime graduation experience. Those poor kids, what they had to go through on that, to just be robbed of something that all of us have taken for granted. The Public Affairs and Marketing team put together an event, and they streamed that event for hundreds of their friends and family on Facebook Live. The look on their faces when we had that, when they drove through the parade, was certainly well worth every minute of time we put into that. Now, there were many hard decisions that we made during this time. Like many businesses, we had to cut costs. We pumped the brakes on spending, and we implemented furloughs. Our workforce took a hit, but that was the best way that we could do it to make sure that people kept their jobs. And we made difficult, very unpopular decisions, but they were absolutely necessary. And I believe that the way that Deerfield Beach responded to COVID-19, as one community, one workforce, with one mission for one people, we are coming out on the other side of this pandemic stronger than ever before. Thank you for all of your hard work. It is something of it brings me such humility and immense pride to tell you that the state of our city is stronger, renewed, and we are striving in the city of Deerfield Beach. And look, it's not all about COVID-19. The world did not stop spinning just because of a global pandemic. You would think it would, but there are other issues that we had to address. We had to take on challenges that weren't just COVID-19 related. During a time of social unrest, our city didn't shy away from difficult conversations. I'm so pleased to let you know that my colleague, Vice Mayor Ben Preston, brought forward a proposal this year for the city of Deerfield Beach to officially observe Juneteenth to commemorate the emancipation of African American slaves and to celebrate African American heritage. We had that event right here in this room. Thank you so much, Ben. We were the first city in Broward to make Juneteenth an official holiday, and now others have followed suit, followed the leaders. I like that. We continue to have these conversations to make our changes to our policies and protocols because it's necessary. We want to make sure that Deerfield Beach evolves into a community that's proud of its diversity and its inclusion. There are some people who push back against this, believe it or not. Personally, I think as a civilized society, I can't think of a better thing to celebrate than an end to such a disgraceful practice. So thank you, Vice Mayor Preston, for your leadership. Really appreciate that. So even in the midst of the tremendous need to address the immediate issues caused by the pandemic, we made time to think about the future. We undertook a community needs survey to make sure we accurately understood the needs and wants of our residents. The reason why? Well, simple. The public's opinion matters. And what did they tell us? They told us that their number one priority is economic development, followed closely by arts and culture, and followed by parks and recreation. The results aren't surprising at all to us. People are happier living in communities that provide most of their needs. In Deerfield Beach, we have a strong job market, diverse and affordable housing options, and increasing options for culture and entertainment, making Deerfield Beach a place where people can thrive in life and in business. And despite the pandemic, many businesses prospered here in the city of Deerfield Beach. Publix selected Deerfield Beach as a location for its expansion to accommodate its new grab-and-go line of foods and added 575 new jobs at the Deerfield Beach location, as well as did a $25 million investment in that facility, all during a pandemic. Amazon came to Deerfield Beach, and not just to deliver hair product to Todd Drosky. It brought with it 275 new jobs to their last mile distribution center here in the city of Deerfield Beach. Beehive 3D added 60 new high-tech jobs to their facility where they manufacture very highly specialized engineering products. Recommerce also added and expanded, and they added 40 new jobs to their Amazon marketing operations here in the city. Not surprisingly, our homegrown, where is she, DNA Labs, is expanding to a brand new, Kirsten, 25,000 square foot facility. Who's small now? One of our newest companies is Vision Solar, a solar panel installation corporation. It's projecting the creation of 400 new jobs next year in the city of Deerfield Beach. There's a little family you may have heard of. It's mom and pop. Well, it's a family organization. It's called JM Family. They're only number 19 on the Forbes list of largest private companies with an annual income exceeding $16 billion annually. It is in its final stages of $165 million redevelopment of their corporate headquarters located right here in Deerfield Beach. Look, having JM here in Deerfield Beach is an extremely tremendous point of pride for all of us. And they could be anywhere in the world, and believe me, I have no doubt that they've been asked. But the fact that they chose to stay here means a lot. And not only are they unparalleled in the business world, they are the ultimate community partner. One whose generosity, their philanthropic efforts are truly immeasurable. I'm excited to announce that JM CEO Brent Burns has offered their new campus as a site for next year's State of the City. So Brent, if you please stand up, and thank you very much. The city has developed a robust economic development program. We have the Deerfield Beach Council of the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber that has now united us as a large group that focuses on small business needs in business-to-business networking and development. We have the Deerfield Beach Economic Development Council, chaired by Mr. Bob Birdsong of OK Generators, located right here in the city. They are focusing on advocating and giving a voice to local businesses while making local, county, and state programs accessible so businesses can stay on top of things and prosper in the city of Deerfield Beach. On top of that, they're very key in putting the right people together to bring businesses and opportunities to this city. Thank you, Economic Development Council. We don't let others do the work. We have our own Department of Economic Development, Ms. Chris Morey and team, that oversees our city's redevelopment, our small business development, and our entrepreneurship, and one-on-one technical assistance in all aspects of the business process, and they do a phenomenal job. This year, Deerfield Beach brought in a highly regarded group of land use professionals from the Urban Land Institute to create the Central City Redevelopment Strategy. We've worked with the ULI before and they're phenomenal. Now we are now laser focused on working with community leaders to start the wheels turning on redevelopment efforts in our Central City corridor along the Dixie Highway corridor and its surrounding neighborhoods. Now, given the success we've had using the Urban Land Institute, they were the ones that helped us with developing Sullivan Park. I would say the likelihood of our success in that Dixie Highway corridor is going to be tremendous. And we hopefully will be able to work with the landowners on those properties because it's their willingness that's going to help pave the way. And we are working in concert with them to achieve that goal. Now, we've got a little bit of redevelopment here in our own city that we're doing ourselves. Last month, we broke ground on the new $12 million Center for Active Aging in the Allwood Homes neighborhood right behind us here. Very proud of that. Donna DeFronto, you've got to be thrilled. Across Hillsborough Boulevard, we're redesigning the new, well, it was $10 million. As of last night, it will now be $11 million for our Johnny Tigner Center. Both of these projects will offer direct benefits to Deerfield Beach residents, but they also promise, on top of all the benefits they're going to give, is they offer significant spin-off opportunities for investments in the surrounding neighborhoods, which is tremendous. And this is one of the reasons why we like to improve our locations and expand with what we're doing. Because this expanded size of this project is really, it's based on public feedback. I joke around and say it was $1 million added to this. We took public input from the workshops that we had. And the public said we want it to be bigger, to think about the future where we wanted to be. And we did that because public input matters. Your opinion matters. In the CRA, we cut the ribbon on the latest piece of our beachfront revitalization with the grand opening of the Kirk Cottrell Pavilion. The design of the pavilion was greatly influenced by public input. Now, why? Again, your opinion matters. Last week, we had the honor of having Guy Harvey unveil 2 original murals that will forever be a part of the Kirk Cottrell Pavilion, and that's really going to put that location as on the map for a tourism and nautical destination in the city of Deerfield Beach. Chris, Dave, everybody who worked on that project, thank you so much for doing that for us. It's not just about pretty pictures, though, because the CRA is also working with Dr. Harvey's team on the Sawgrass to Seagrass experience at Sullivan Park. By having this next year, hopefully by this time next year, we will look forward to having the new Sullivan Park facility under construction, and we're going to prepare to launch an environmental education and exploration program that will serve children and families all across Broward County. We'll be working with Dr. Harvey's team on programming that's going to help instill a love of the ocean in the kids at a very early age. And as we all know, that's extremely important because in the end, they're going to be the stewards of our planet, our city, and our beach. So we're really looking forward to that exciting development here in the city of Deerfield Beach. They pulled it away from Fort Lauderdale and brought it to Deerfield Beach because we put on a heck of a show. So excellent job. Everybody knows where the beach is at, but there's one place you probably don't know about, and it's really not that far from here, but it's really a hidden gem in Broward County, because if you haven't heard about our newly expanded Rainforest at the Arboretum inside Constitution Park, which is over near Deer Creek, you're absolutely missing out on something incredibly special. The fiscal year, the magic of the Arboretum is going to be part of our DFB Naturescapes live stream experience, and as you all see with our underwater cameras, we know how popular those are. So popular that I believe we're at, is it 8 million, Rebecca? Over 8 million views on our underwater cameras that we have here and our beach cameras that we have. Our YouTube cameras will soon live stream the Rainforest waterfalls. You get to watch the birds eat. You get to capture all the beauty of this tree zoo's exotic nature that they have there. The new cameras are also going to be expanded to our DFB, and it's actually a real bee apiary that we have that's going to enhance the educational component of this program, and this new virtual live stream experience will offer residents and our visitors a beautiful view of the wild that exists here in the city of Deerfield Beach. Our Deerfield Beach Naturescapes Landscape experience will expand upon a project that began really as a fun PR tool that we did, and it actually evolved into something much more due to the pandemic. It became a powerful mindfulness resource for us. You know, the pandemic, we heard from a lot of people that said they were suffering from depression, PTSD, and other mental health challenges. We all know how difficult it was. These viewers shared with us that being able to see all the things that they saw on our camera offered them a sense of peace and solace during devastating isolation. When you can't go outside and you don't want to be around others, to be able to view this was really incredible. Excellent job, team, in keeping that running during our pandemic. We're extremely proud of the work that you did. When you can expand on a tool like that and bring everybody the healing power of the beauty of Deerfield Beach and bring it really not just to this country, but the entire world, it's really something special for us. And as I said before, Deerfield Beach is making huge strides in investing in our future because it's extremely important. We created a dedicated capital improvement fund in our city budget. Now that doesn't sound exciting, but actually what it does, it better positions us to earmark dollars specifically for our capital projects identified in our capital improvement program. We are putting ourselves in a better place, in a better position to expand in the future. We've also completed the city's stormwater and flood resiliency master plan to ensure that we are addressing the growing need to maintain and build stormwater infrastructure that meets the demands of our environmental changes that are going on. And we are well on our way to doing that. That was a big step in the right direction last night. Thank you for the team for doing all the hard work. We have a new fire station, Fire Station 51, coming out. It's currently under construction and close to completion, located next to our new Valerios single-family community over in Crystal Lake. And I do want to say thank you to Lennar Homes for building this station. It's going to be part of the single-family home development, and we really want to thank them for bringing that to our community. Speaking of public safety, and I don't see him here tonight, but I'm going to embarrass him anyways, because I hope you realize that we don't just have a phenomenal fire department and a phenomenal police department here in the city of Deerfield Beach, but we have one of the finest ocean rescue teams right here in Deerfield with Captain Mike Brown. Is he here? I don't see him here tonight. You know why? He's probably on the beach. Chief Brown and his team have a fantastic reputation, not for the things that you might think, but actually for doing a phenomenal job. And we really want to thank them because they received a really cool and prestigious award this year. They were named the Beach Patrol of the Year by the Florida Beach Patrol Chiefs Association. And when you can be nominated as the best and seen as the best by other chiefs in this state, that's really a huge accomplishment. So Chief Brown, outstanding job wherever you may be. Now, because of the growth and the popularity of our beach, we've gone ahead and we've added a new Lifeguard Tower at the north end of our beach because obviously, when you win awards, we want to give you more work to do. So, Mike, you're welcome. This new tower is actually going to be completely redesigned with a new facade, and that complements the look of our beach area. And all of our other remaining towers on the beach are going to soon follow in that new design. So look for some changes over our beach area. And while we're talking about the beach, is anyone else excited to no longer have to look at that oversized beer can over on the beach? Always fun, always fun. I really want to thank our city attorney for the work that was done on that. He deserves credit for really two deals that were negotiated during this time period, and they weren't easy. The trailer situation that was there, and that's the beer can I'm referring to, was never as straightforward or simple as what people may have reported. The truth of the matter is a lot more complicated, was not easy, and he did a phenomenal job in getting that taken care of. The other great thing that they did was handling the negotiations for the lawsuit that we had with our neighbors to the south about beach renourishment. Our neighbors started a lawsuit and got a great deal of credit for solving a problem that, quite frankly, they created. In the end, it ends up being a lot of legal wrangling to get us back to exactly where we were before all of it started. It's kind of like someone making a mess and saying, hey, I deserve credit for cleaning up this mess. I want to thank our city attorney's office for doing a great job in getting us through that. Everybody appeared to get here on time, which is amazing because you considering what's going on, I'm going to switch to a subject matter that's a little difficult to talk about at times, transportation. Now, we have big things headed our way. South Florida is getting busier and busier. It's still growing. Our population, the city of Deerfield Beach, went from 75,000 to 87,000 in the last census. We need to make sure that you, your employees, and your residents have viable transportation options to meet the future needs that we have coming forward. And that's why the Southwest 10th Street project is so important to us, yet it's extremely difficult as well, because does it make sense regionally? Absolutely. We understand that. But we weren't going to let it happen at a detriment to the community and to your businesses. We worked very hard to keep this new connector from the Sawgrass to I-95 from dividing this city literally, and making sure our business parks did not lose access points. People like Dave Morantz, who was a citizen who worked on that, hard work, Commissioner Todd Drosky on that. And the truth of the matter is the fund has not even started yet because construction's looking to begin possibly as early as 2023. It's very important, though, for all of you to understand that the public involvement from our businesses and our residents was huge in helping shape this project into something that's a lot more palatable for the city of Deerfield Beach, and it's a lot better than what they originally were trying to plan for us. So please stay engaged because, once again, your opinion matters. Steve Williams, I want to thank you for all your hard work on that project, and everybody over there with your company that worked so hard. Keith and Associates did a phenomenal job in helping us navigate FDOT, which is always fun and exciting. Now, there's another exciting transportation project actually coming forward, and I think it's one that we can all get excited about and not something we can look at negatively, and that's the Broward Commuter Rail project. Deerfield Beach has been identified as one of the station locations for the Broward Commuter Rail, and that's tremendous for all of us. That station location, though, hasn't quite been finalized yet, but we know it's going to be somewhere near East Hillsborough Boulevard and the North Dixie Highway, so we're looking forward to that coming forward. Because commuter rail is going to be what's going to help get folks out of their cars, and that is something that we need for our community and for South Florida in general. Train stations in general proved to be great economic engines and powerful economic engines for redevelopment in the surrounding area. So we're going to roll up our sleeves to make sure that when commuter rail comes to Deerfield Beach, it's going to be done the right way, in a way that makes our lives easier and our life less congested and not add to more headaches for all of us. Now, despite shutdowns and economic uncertainty of global proportions, Deerfield Beach continued to keep the progress bus in drive. So we're going to talk a little bit about housing. Some of you in real estate, all our real estate people, raise your hands. Yes. The past year, Deerfield Beach was the top 5 in Broward County for number of housing sales. We had, yes, top 5. We had 6.9% increase in our home values, which is 2.1% higher rate than Broward County as a whole did. Now that's great. New housing projects can be found throughout the city of Deerfield Beach. Right now we have Clara Vista, which is in the permitting process, and that's a new 327 unit rate, market rate project that's going to be located right here off the Hillsborough Canal. And we know that that project promises to be a real catalyst to improving and having redevelopment in the city's Pioneer Grove and Dixie Highway areas. Just to the east of Clara Vista on Federal Highway is a new project that just received rezoning approval. We don't know what the name of that's going to be yet because it's unnamed at this point, but it's going to be 201 units, and it is in the developmental process right now. Moving west in the city, Lennar Homes Sandpiper Point project is located in a part of the former Century Village Golf Course. It's 210 units of new townhomes, and the issue of affordable housing is being addressed in our city. The city is excited about the new Tallman's Pine project that consists of 85 elderly units and 75 affordable villa-style units that are going to be for residents within the 80% to 100% of local median income. One of the biggest supporters of this project is Broward Health North Hospital. The reason why is because it's becoming a teaching hospital, and that means it's going to be the new home to 150 medical interns every single year. And while they all wish they could be making a doctor's salary right off the start, we know that's not going to be the case, so they need housing like this. The dream of affordable housing is getting away from people, and we want to make sure that we have affordable housing in the city of Deerfield Beach to make sure that those people get to realize that dream. We've had a lot of great projects come into our city, but you know what? Not every project will work. We need to still be vigilant in making sure that we are right-sizing development and their development proposals that come forward to make sure they're consistent with what so many people come to Deerfield Beach for. Because we're not a high-rise beach community. We're not a bedroom community, and we're not a busy downtown. We don't have that. What makes us unique and the charm of Deerfield Beach is we have that quaint village feel, and we have an incredible diversity in our city. Now look, it's all great news, sounds wonderful. The truth of the matter is we still have a lot of challenges. And this is a great rah-rah pep rally to tell you all about the great things happening in Deerfield, but we have some real issues that we have to address. Because the same qualities that give our beach that small town beach feel and look that we all love, it also comes with a huge sacrifice and an economic impact. We do not have the same tax base on the island as many of our other local beach communities, simply because we don't allow the same density on our beaches as you would find over in Boca or in Pompano. It's something that the residents spoke up and said that they did not want. That's what makes Deerfield Beach unique and special. And it was done by a vote of the people who are here in the city. So when people ask us, why is our tax rate higher than other cities? The answer is really simple, but it's often overlooked. The average assessed value of homes in Deerfield Beach is $212,889. Now, not that long ago, it was in the 175 range. So that's an improvement even over last year by about 7%. But we still have a long ways to go because in the county, the average is nearly $293,000. We are still the 10th lowest in Broward County. Now, our residents, our businesses deserve the same level of service as these other cities with higher property values. When hiring or maintaining employees as a city, we have to compete with these other cities. We can't go on the cheap for everyone because our values are lower. I had a person who lives in the Cove say to me, why is my tax rate higher than Boca Raton? And my reply, maybe they didn't like it, but was, let's move your house north to Boca Raton, east of Federal Highway, 5 minutes from the beach. Could you afford it? Truth of the matter is they couldn't. We are an extremely affordable beach town. And the economic reality is that the city of Deerfield Beach many times has to do more with less. And quite frankly, I think our staff does a hell of a good job. Deerfield Beach is also a city where the median household income is $48,000. The county average is $59,000. And just over 16% of our population here in the city struggles with poverty. The county's 12.3%, we have 16%. No one should go hungry in this country, let alone in the city of Deerfield Beach. So obviously there's still more work to do. Gentrification and class warfare is not the answer. Schools, public education, they took a huge hit during the pandemic. We continue to support our children's education in this city. It's very important to us. That means maintaining a healthy relationship with the school board through our staff and our education advisory board. They have a great relationship with the local schools. They do a lot of volunteering with our children, and they provide financial support. That's what we do. And I challenge each and every one of you, if there's one thing you're going to get behind, please get out there and do whatever you can to help in that area. We talked a lot about economic development tonight and investing in our kids, and we know that if we do that, it's going to pay dividends down the road, not just for our future, but for their future. So it's very important that you get involved with this. We've got a lot of great things going on in this city, but it is extremely overwhelming. We need your help. One thing I've noticed that we have seen with the pandemic is there's been a drop-off in engagement and volunteers. We need you to help us drive this bus forward. We need your input at city meetings. We need your voice on new development. We need your residents and our business owners to get more engaged than ever before. It's very important. The reason why is because your opinion matters. The easiest job we have is when we get the feedback from the people and we give them what they need and what they want. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with a situation in which the naysayers and the vocal minority who refuse to welcome progress and change become the voice of the silent majority. We don't need that. We need your engagement, because these are incredibly exciting times in the city of Deerfield Beach. There's never been a time like this, in my opinion. Not in the history of our city. It is ripe to make changes for the future. This is the perfect time to do it. We've had a reset. We're ready to go. The time to turn our big dreams into reality is right now. And it's time to think ahead and make this community ready for our children and their children. So we need all of you here in Deerfield Beach to tell the world that we are ready. We need you to join us in our efforts. Anybody else want to get involved? Yeah. All right? Because we need you to make sure that Deerfield Beach is ready to go. We are ready to go. It is our time to thrive, and we are Deerfield Beach, and we're proud to be here. So thank you for being here tonight.